What's up guys, it's Clydeokre and I'm here with some Street Fighter Cross Tekken online ranked matches. Today I want to talk about the event that happened this past weekend, which was the Evolution Championship Series or EVO 2013. For those that do not know what EVO is, it's pretty much a fighting game spectacle that happens once a year, and it's where all these highly leveled skilled players, they gather together from all over the world and they just play fighting games. These highly skilled players, they participate in this tournament, and it's not just one fighting game, there's a lot of fighting games. There was a Mortal Kombat, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, King of Fighters 13, Persona 4 Arena, Injustice, Skullgirls, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and their main event, which is Street Fighter 4. I hope I did not miss any games. If I did, I'm sorry. I'll just put the link in the description below. It's shoryuken.com, and that's where you can learn about this year's EVO 2013. It took place in Las Vegas, Nevada, and since I live in the East Coast, I had to kind of stay up late just to watch the stream. This is actually my first time watching EVO 2013. I only watched like bits of EVO 2012 last year, because last year I just got into fighting games and my friend just showed me the clip, and you know, he gets hyped from just watching people play fighting games. And EVO 2013, or EVO in general, is just gonna get you hyped, and it makes you want to play fighting games because it's just very exciting to watch. And based on my experience and based on the past weekend, I was just, I don't know, I felt really hyped just watching it. Like, I was clutching at my heart because I was too excited, and I was spamming Facebook, Twitter, you know, my excitement, because I couldn't keep this in. I had to let it out. For those that did watch it, you guys should know what I'm talking about. It's the hype from just watching these really good players do these combos or make these epic comebacks or just body or destroy, dominate. It's just too exciting to watch. For the people that did not watch it, find a way to watch EVO 2013, especially if you're into fighting games. You guys should just find a way to watch it, and because I don't want to just talk about what happened. This is something you guys have to watch. If you guys want to know the results of this year's EVO, you guys can check it out at shoryuken.com. Everything is there. I think you can watch the stream there too, but I'm not sure how that goes because I didn't check it yet. They might only show just Sunday's stream, which was the finals for all the games. But when I started watching this, I unfortunately missed the Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I also missed Mortal Kombat, and the interesting part about the Mortal Kombat is the one that took first place, which is, I remember his name, I think it's Crazy DJT88. He took first place for Mortal Kombat, and he also participated in the Injustice tournament, and he took second place as Green Lantern in the Injustice tournament. So that's pretty crazy. It would have been real crazy if he took first place for both, for Mortal Kombat and Injustice. But Crazy DJT88 did a pretty good job. Congratulations to him. I only paid attention to Injustice, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and Super Street Fighter 4. I watched like partly the finals of Smash Brothers Melee, and I kinda got bored watching KOF. I used to be a KOF fan, but I think I still am. It's just that since I don't have the game and I don't play it, I kinda like lost that interest. I was more interested in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which I miss, which sucks. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, even though I don't have the game, it's still fun to watch, and Street Fighter 4. Other than watching high quality, godly play from these godly players, I was really hoping that I could see Max, like, to just appear in one of the Injustice or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 pools, because I just wanted to see him play and how he does in the tournament, because it's really, I'll put a link in the description below for his channel, because I enjoy watching him play Injustice and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I want to see how he fares against these guys, because I think he's really good. Sadly, I did not get to see him. I did not see him in the Injustice pools or Ultimate Marvel, but he was there. he had his own panel, I think, for Assist Me, and sadly I didn't get to see that because I was busy just watching the tournament. But yeah, I just wanted to see Max play. It was pretty disappointing, but it's alright though, because I was still able to watch top players like Justin Wong, PR Balrog, Chris G, Daigo, and Infiltration, and other good players. So let's move on here. I want to talk about my thoughts and opinion on specifically the Street Fighter Cross Tekken Finals, the Injustice, and Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, and Super Street Fighter 4. Let's start with the Street Fighter Cross Tekken Finals. It was pretty fun to watch. It wasn't as exciting as Super Street Fighter 4 or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, but it was still fun to watch because for the grand finals we got Justin Wong again going against Infiltration, and for the second time Infiltration takes first place with Jin and Alyssa. Last year he won it with Laugh, with his partner Laugh, but this time he won it alone. And the irony is this: he eliminated Laugh in Street Fighter 4, and it was Laugh versus Infiltration. It was a pretty intense match to watch. It was kind of depressing, but it was still. I think if you guys watched the Street Fighter 4 tournament, you'll know what I'm talking about when Infiltration goes against Laugh. But anyway, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it was not as exciting because the matches were kind of long, and it ended up with people winning by timeouts, because you know it's just like Super Street Fighter 4, but it's just a faster game in my opinion. But the reason why I think like people kept winning by timeouts because these guys, they were being defensive, not as offensive as as they would go, because this is the finals, so they didn't want to mess up, like, because one mess up will end up costing the player the match. So yeah, very solid play from Infiltration. He takes first place with Jin and Alyssa, so great job to him. So now let's talk about Injustice. Injustice came out this year, and it's kind of like the debut into Evolution. And Injustice was pretty kind of unique because, well, unique because it's a new game, and just watching it, apparently it's not as exciting as the other games because it's, you know how Injustice games are. In my opinion, I think Injustice games, Injustice in general, it's fun to play, but it's boring to watch just based on watching from EVO, because these guys, you know how Injustice, a lot of players play keep away, and a lot of matches ended up being like that. So I mean, there was a lot of, every time I looked at Injustice, I saw a lot of Superman and Aquaman, and they just kept on winning. However, the top 8 was pretty diverse because we got Chris G here and PR Balrog, and we got first place Mortal Kombat player Crazy DJT. So those guys, they were pretty good. PR Balrog got a pretty solid Killer Frost, and I love how he plays Killer Frost because it's just fun to watch. And Chris G doesn't just play Black Adam, he also played Green Arrow, and Green Arrow, watching his Green Arrow in action is pretty cool, because like I love how he uses them. It's kind of tricky and stuff, but his Black Adam is very powerful too. So yeah, they take I think Chris G ends up being in 3rd place in the Injustice top 8, and PR Balrog, I believe he goes, hold on, let me go to the site real quick to check. PR Balrog takes 7th place with a guy named Rio, and he's a Batman player. Rio's a Batman player, not Balrog is a Killer Frost. And so I'm kind of glad that there's also a Batman in the top 8. There was only one Batman, and if you guys want to know who's first, it's a guy named KDZ, and he was Superman. So yeah, Superman is the first place for Injustice. I mean, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be because the top 8 looks pretty diverse. We got Superman, Green Lantern, Doomsday, Green Arrow, Black Adam. There's only like 3 Superman players here, and the rest were just Green Lantern, Doomsday, Green Arrow, Black Adam, Aquaman. Oh, there was an Aquaman? Oh, if you guys are wondering, Aquaman, there was only just one Aquaman in the top 8, and he was just like a backup player. And Godspeed, he played Black Adam, and his backup player was Aquaman. So there was just 3 Supermans, 1 Green Arrow, 2 Black Adams, 1 Green Lantern, 1 Killer Frost, and 1 Batman. So it's not as I thought it would be like 5 Supermans and a bunch of Aquaman, but it's pretty diverse, so that's pretty cool. Now for Street Fighter 4, boy, Street Fighter 4 was fun to watch. It was freaking crazy. Everyone thought this was Balrog's time to take first place, or in my opinion, I thought it was gonna be Balrog's time because, you know, Balrog was playing really well. Like his his offense for Balrog, it kind of like escalated since last year, and he was doing his combos really well. And the reason why everyone thought Balrog was really good is because how well he did against Infiltration. And last year Infiltration was he took first place for Street Fighter 4, and last year he kind of dominated the top 8 with his Akuma. But this year Infiltration was struggling, like he was seriously struggling, especially against Balrog. He was forced to use Hakan against Balrog, and unfortunately Balrog wasn't able to win against Hakan. But still, he still did a pretty good job. But Infiltration, he takes 3rd place this time instead of 1st. The person that took 1st place is a guy named Xian. I can't say his name. I think it's Zan. It's Xian. He's a Gen player, and he went against Tokido, who's also an Akuma player. Gamerb, who was last year's 2nd place, he goes 7th with Daigo Umehara now. There was also a guy named Haitani, and he's a Makoto player. He goes 5th with another guy named Sako, who's an Ibuki player. So you can tell the level of the people here. I think it was better than last year because there's new people that's going into top 8. So you can tell that the level of game here is pretty high. So it's more, everyone played better than last year. I guess what I'm trying to say is the level of skill in EVO 2013 this year was pretty high, higher than last year's. So now let's talk about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now I think this one was game of the night, because it was in my opinion, it was the most hype of all of the fighting games, because oh my goodness, the top 8 matches, they were pretty crazy. And not to mention that this year's tournament of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, there was a bunch of Zeros and Virgils, a lot of Zero May Cries. Oh my gosh, like it was freaking Zero City. It was very, like, everybody was scared of Zero. Like once they see Zero, that's their first target. They're like, they have to kill Zero. If you don't kill Zero, that game's over. So especially Virgil, and Virgil was pretty, like, a lot of people were playing Virgil as Anchor because of Dark Virgil. And yeah, man, Chris G, everybody, for Chris G, he played Virgil in his team, in his Morrigan and Doom. Everybody wanted Chris G to freaking lose because Chris G was freaking way too powerful with the Morrigan and Doom. And to be honest, I was kind of rooting for Chris G and PL Balrog for this one because like a lot of people were booing Chris G and they did not appreciate like his hard work. I mean, I saw Chris G trying to he even tried to play other characters just to kind of please the crowd, I think, but they still didn't buy it. And then Chris G was like, screw it, I'm gonna play Morrigan and Doom, and you guys are gonna have to deal with it. And he did. And Chris G, he freaking, you know, got all the way to the top. He was beaten by Justin Wong. Like, oh my god, the Chris G versus Justin Wong, you guys need to see that match. I don't want to, like, it was, I can't even describe it. It was really good. It was so good because Chris G was able to go 0-2 against Justin Wong, and Justin Wong was on the verge of getting eliminated, and then he freaking came back 3 straight games just beating Chris G and taking him out of the tournament. Justin Wong was hyped as hell after that match. And then after that, Justin Wong, like, he pretty much dominated against anybody else who played against him, and he was able to make it to the grand finals. And oh, if you guys are wondering, Filipino champ, the former champion, Oh my god, me and my friend did not want Filipino champ to win the tournament because in his matches, man, he was taunting the guy, or not taunting, he was like what they call dancing around the body against his opponent. Like, he was just that cocky and confident that he was gonna take this year's tournament, but he wasn't. He was taken down by a Zero May Cry team, Cloud. His name was Cloud 805, and he plays a Zero May Cry. In the top 8, there was 2 Zero May Cries. It was ATX Zack and Cloud 805, and those two were new. They never, I don't think they ever, I never saw them. I did not see them last year, so those guys were new. So you can tell that also in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the level of skill kind of escalated. So yeah, Cloud 805 was able to take out champ, Filipino champ. He went 3-2 against Filipino champ, and oh my goodness, everybody was just shocked at Cloud 805. Because Cloud 805 is a very solid Zero player. Unfortunately though, he was taken out 3-0 against Justin Wong. Justin Wong went 3-0 against Cloud. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So you can see here, Justin Wong had a very strong momentum going into Grand Finals, and I think for Grand Finals he had to go against EMP Flocker. He played Zero, Virgil, and Hawkeye, and I think he did play Hawkeye. Yeah, he played Hawkeye, and it was a very good match, man. Like, Justin Wong was able to reset the bracket against him, but unfortunately EMP Flocker takes the game, and he becomes Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 champion. Everybody wanted Justin Wong to win, so Justin Wong didn't win. Like, after the tournament, I saw Justin Wong crying, but it was not like sad, it was like happy tears. So next year, expect Justin Wong to come back better than before, because yeah, it was a pretty breathtaking tournament. Oh, and Pierre Balrog, he did pretty well too. Like, his Wolverine was crazy. Yeah, Justin Wong and Pierre Balrog's Wolverines, they were pretty much the best Wolverine I've seen in the entire tournament. So yeah, guys, that's EVO 2013. I said a lot about EVO 2013. I've been thinking about it all night, and I guess the past few days I just wanted to let it out and just commentate about it. So check out shoryuken.com if you guys want to know more about the full details. I'll try to post the results in the description below as well, but you can just check shoryuken.com. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and commentary. If you guys enjoyed the video, press that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and hope you guys take it easy. Take care. Peace out. Clydeokre out.